Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Eminify. My name is Emmanuel Sirio, and today I would like to show you guys how to design a login and sign up page using Adobe XD. If you're not familiar with Adobe XD, you can simply Google it. This is not an introduction class. I assume you already have a little experience about Adobe XD. So what this video or this training is all about is to show you guys how to source for inspiration online um, and try to imitate the design of that inspiration. So we're going to be sticking with just login and sign up page. So that being said, you need to start up your application XD. If you don't have it, you need to download it and install. Once you start it up, you have to select your screen, so you can choose to design for web, iPad or iPhone. But right now we're going to be designing for Android mobile, so I'll click on Android mobile. Once the page comes up, I'll need to rename the title of my first page. So this, I'm going to call it login page. So now this is the first thing you need to do. If you want to design whatever you want to design, you need to get your sketch out. If you have an idea of what you're designing, that's excellent. If you don't have an idea, you could simply go online and search for idea. So you have a pattern, you have you have a kind of a direction to which you want to design and the path you want to follow. So that being said, also I want to go online and show you the resource where I do get my inspiration. One of it is Pinterest. From Pinterest you can simply get tons of design from this website. So you just simply click on the search button, then you type in login UI mobile. Once you do that, you get to see a whole lot of different designs that you may be interested in. You get a whole lot of designs that you may get an idea or get a path or get a direction on what you want to design. So another resource out there is called Dribble. Dribble is another resource. You could find good resource. So you come to the search and type in login. You can twist your search the way you want it, just to fit your need. So you get to see a whole lot of design. And the last one also, but not the least, is Behance. With Behance you can as well search for inspirations. So you can see there's a whole lot of beautiful designs you can explore. So from here, this can be your starting point. This can be your starting point. There's a whole lot you could get. Alright, but I've actually found a design I want us to pick, and that's from Dribble. Okay, so I saw this, then there's this other one, and there's this one as well. So I'm going to stick with this very one for some reasons, obviously. So the first thing you will want to do is to copy this and paste it on your work area. So we're going to try to reproduce this. sorry, we're going to try to reproduce this to fit on what we intend. So this is my login page. So the first thing we need to do to start gaining this design is to get the background of this design. Now when you're designing professionally, you're meant to keep your design simple as possible. You know, they say simplicity is professionalism, so try to keep your design as simple as possible. It helps translate the purpose of your design. All right, so I'm gonna click on this rectangle tool, then I'm gonna draw a rectangle to fit my screen. Yeah, so I have my rectangle. Then just to make some little preparation, I will draw some different amount of this. I'm going to duplicate this. I'll press my shift and alt key to duplicate it. So I'd like to use this for all my color pattern. So I'll come to this view and select this. Come to the next one. Come to this view and select this. Come to the next one. Come to this view and select this. Come to the last one and select this color. Yeah. Okay, so this is my background. This is my background. So I'm gonna rename this on the layer section as my BG, as for background. So the background, I'll have to take away the border. I don't need the border. Then to have the same color, I need to use my pick tool and select the color, or I'll simply select this very one I already have. Right, cool. So now I have my background. The next thing I need to do is to get my cloud icon. So to get my cloud icon, there's another resource you could find. Good set of icon. It's got icon. So once you go to this website, you can simply get some good set of icons. So let me say cloud and see if I can find something close to what we have there. So it mustn't be cloud, it could be anything, it could be a logo. Just keep in shots. I think I'm gonna get I want to get a different icon to represent that, or rather we would just create something for it. So I'll create this to become a space for my user image. So I'm going to turn this, I'm going to take this out. There'll be no need for, oh, let me skip it. Let me increase this to 5. Then give it a background, a border color. Make it 7. Okay. Then to add a text, you click on the T icon. Now type sign in. So my sign is picking this image, sorry, color. So I'm going to increase this a bit to, let's say, 25. I'm going to change the style to be thin or light. Take it down a bit, 25. Alright, so once this is done, the next thing I need to do is to create my username and login fields. And to do this, two ways this can be achieved. Right now we're going to be sticking with the line. We're going to use line to create what. So I'm going to create a straight line by pressing your shift key while you drag. And I'm going to select my pick tool and try to align it to the center. Then I'm going to pick the color. Right, so I'm going to duplicate this by pressing the shift key and the alt key, then I drag it down a bit. So I have two lines right now. So if you want to duplicate, you just press your alt key from your keyboard. Then if you want a straight pattern, you press your shift key to avoid your mouse from moving around. Okay, so I'm gonna press my alt key to duplicate this so I can take it down towards this place. So I'm gonna call this username. Then I'm gonna reduce the size to, let's see, 15 or let's say 18. Then I'm gonna reproduce that for the password. So I'm gonna shoot this up a bit. I'm gonna reduce this a bit. Let me leave it at 15, just to make it more professional. Alright, so very important, we're going to reduce the size of the line to 0.5. and reduce the opacity to maybe 90. So we have this. So the next thing to do is to create the login button. So to create a login button, you need to use your rectangle tool and create a pattern. Now, very importantly, by looking at this rectangle we just drew, um, we have some node inside this rectangle. Now, this node enable you to create a rounded shape. If you want to create a rounded shape, you use this node from any of this node inside your rectangle. So if I click on any of it and try to drag inside, you can see it creates a shape for me uh, based on your desire. So for this purpose, the purpose of this course, I'm going to leave it to I won't be imitating the shape here. I'll be using this kind of shape. So the next thing I need to do is to create my color. Create a color for background color for my button. So I'm going to take off the border. I don't want the button to have a border, so I'll take it off. Then I'll click on this, then select this color. So if we want to achieve a radiant color just like the way it is with this sample design, all you need to do, you make sure your rectangle or your button is selected. Then you go to your color field, click on it, then under this section, this drop down, you select linear color. So the linear color will give you this shaded or two layered background color. So to achieve what we have in this place, I'm going to change the direction a bit. So I have two colors here. Now I have the first one and I have the second one. So the second one is having a darker version of this color. So I'll use a pick tool and select my first color, right? Then I'll click on the second color, use my pick tool and select the second color. And with that we have our shaded bottom background color. So I'm going to duplicate this by pressing the Alt key, then drag to where the button is. Now we're going to be, you need to understand layer. Now to layers, designs, especially in designs, vectors, objects, texts, all the whole properties of your designs are based on layers. So you need to know when something needs to be on top of something else. Like for instance, this button that we're designing, I need this text to be on top of the button, not behind it, or in front of the button, not behind it. So what I need to do is to identify this rectangle, this button in my layer. So if I click on this button, you'll notice that what is being highlighted is this rectangle 6. So the best practice right now is to rename this to what? My sign in button. So once this is renamed as my sign in button, it's easy for me to recognize. So I will drag this way before the background, because the background supposed to be the foundation of all the design, so this cannot go below the background. So once that is done, I'll click on the sign in, which I have here. Then I could rename this as sign in button text, right? Now just take it just above the button. Then I could change this a bit. Let me tweak this a bit to make it more visible. So the first thing I need to do is to give it a white white color. Then reduce the size a bit to 20. Then make it to not to be too thin, but like it be normal, medium, or let it be light. So this is cool. So all I need to do is to reposition it to fit in a proper alignment. So we have some other things we need to rename in this place. The first one is this eclipse, so we're going to change it to profile image. Then we have this one, which is going to be sign in title page title. And of course we have username and login. So I'm going to be grouping this set of objects or vector. So we have a field here, so I'm going to group this field by clicking. I'll click on the username and press my shift key and click on the line. Then I'll just Ctrl G or Command G if you're using Mac to group it. So once that has been done, I'll just rename this to be username field or input. I'm going to use input. So likewise for the password, I'll select and group, and I'll just rename it as password input. So we have our design a little bit organized. So we still have two more things to do to round up with this. So click on this and drag it down a little bit here and call this forgot password. So I'm gonna reduce the size to, let's say, 12 of that thing, or let's say 14. Oh, so I think I made a mistake. Okay. So we have this something close to what we have gotten from online. So the next thing we need to try to get is just the icon, the login and password icon, and that can also be gotten from the icon sites I showed you guys. So I'll just type username. What do we have? Let's see what we have here. That's email. So type email to get us an email icon. And you can also streamline this based on the filter here. So I can just click on this. Alright, so let's pick this one and download it. Go ahead and download it for free. So I have this picked. I'm going to open this and drag it straight into my design. Okay, that was a mistake, so let me do it properly. Drag it away. Then I have something like this. So I'm gonna reduce this to fit in um, much better. So reduce the size. It's a 20 by 20. Okay, I think rather I will want us to do something different because I don't want to design. Oh, that was too loud. Alright, so what we need to do from because no, I need a white background or white color of this, so I'll have to recolor this from here. Now select white, then I'll just download it straight away. So now I have the white version of it, so I'm gonna just drag it in and try to align it. So let me say 20. So I can just zoom in a bit just to have a closer look, just to make sure this is well suited. Okay, now I have this. The next one is to get a login, so I'll just come down to the space and type lock icon, and this just better. Then I'll just recolor this to be white, so I don't have to do extra work. So I'm going to zoom out a bit, then drag this into this place, then try to resize it to fit. Okay, so we have something like this. So remember we already we're going to take this and group it along with our usernames. I'll drag this into the username. Now it is supposed to be in password. Then I'll drag this into the username. Alright, so so far so good. This is what we have done so far regarding. So if you notice, we went online and we sourced this as a kind of an inspiration. So it wasn't that we're going to copyright and take exactly what this person did. No, so we'll just use that as an inspiration. So now that was done, we had to reproduce this. Now we have this as our login page. So You can preview. If you're using XD, you could just simply click on the play button to preview it, to see how it's going to come out in your mobile phone. Now this is excellent. So now this is done, it's going to be easier, much easier to reproduce this for our sign up page. So to reproduce this for our sign up page, I'll just click on the login page, click outside your work tool, yet then your artboard. Now this is your artboard, so you just click outside your artboard, then click on the login page. If you're using Mac, you could just do Command D to duplicate it. If you're using Windows, you could do Control D to duplicate it. So after duplication, I'll just rename this as sign up page. Right, so from the sign up page, of course, I still need users to upload their image while signing up, but I'm going to reduce this a bit. Then I'll have to reduce the border a bit to, let's say, 3. Then I have this as my title, create account. Then I will just have to duplicate all this. Alright, so now I have this. This will serve as my first name. So I'll double click inside and rechange this to first name. Then the next one is going to be last name. So rename this here as last name. Then mobile, and email, then username and password. So this is gonna be email. Mobile. Right, so we have this for this we have this for the sign up input. Yeah, I'm going to change this to sign up. Likewise, all right. So all we need to do is just to update the icons. Then we have this envelope for email here. So we have this. So this how easy it is to create a login page and a sign up page for mobile Android development using SD. So in our next class, we'll be cleaning this up a bit just to make it a little bit more presentable to either your client or to any other person that would like to view your work. So until we catch next time, I will say thank you for listening, watching, and learning with me. I appreciate your time, and please do subscribe to my channel. And if you like what you're saying, please drop a comment so I can be encouraged to continue. So thank you for watching. See you next time.